It's the first of the month. You open your banking app and you send the biggest payment you'll make all month, rent. You don't even think about it anymore. It just leaves. A third of your paycheck, sometimes half, gone in one tap. And you tell yourself it's normal. Everybody pays it. But here's the thing nobody says out loud. That money doesn't buy you anything you get to keep. No house, no equity, nothing. At the end of the year, you've handed over thousands of dollars, and you own exactly what you owned before. Zero. Meanwhile, rent keeps climbing every single year, and your paycheck barely moves. It's not just you, and it's not bad luck. Rent is expensive on purpose. There's a machine underneath it, quietly deciding how much of your life it can take. Today, I'll show you exactly how that machine works, and how to stop feeding it more than you have to. So let's start with an uncomfortable question. What are you actually paying for? Not the building. You don't own a brick of it. Not the future. None of it comes back. You're renting time, the right to exist in a space. This month. And next month you pay again just to stay exactly where you are. It's the one bill that never ends and never builds anything. Your landlord took out a loan to buy that place. And your rent, it quietly pays off their loan. So every month they're buying a house. It's just not yours. It's theirs. You get the keys, they get the wealth. Okay, but why is it so expensive? The honest answer isn't greedy landlords. It's something simpler and bigger. There aren't enough homes. For decades, we didn't build enough places for people to live. And when lots of people are chasing too few homes, the price goes up every time. That's the whole game. It's called supply and demand, and rent is the purest example of it. Now, here's the part that makes people angry. A lot of that shortage is on purpose. Rules in most cities make it hard, sometimes illegal, to build more housing. Height limits, parking rules, not in my backyard. Every block building is one less option for you, and one more reason the rent on the buildings that do exist keeps climbing. Less supply isn't an accident. For the people who already own, it's the goal. Scarcity is what makes their property worth more. And don't think this is a small drift. For years, rent has climbed faster than wages, a lot faster. There's an old rule of thumb: spend no more than 30% of your income on rent. For huge numbers of people, that rule is now a joke. Half your paycheck to keep a roof over your head is normal now. Think about what that does. If half your money is gone before you buy a single thing, there's nothing left to save, nothing left to invest, no cushion when something breaks. You're not building wealth. You're just renting stability month to month. And because rent takes the money first, it quietly decides everything else you're allowed to do with your life. Where you live, what job you can take, whether you can ever get ahead. That's not a housing cost. That's a leash. Now here's the part they don't advertise. How the rent number keeps creeping up. Trick 1, the renewal hike. You're settled. Moving is expensive and exhausting, and they know it. So every year the renewal comes with a little bump. 50 here, 100 there, betting you won't fight it. Most people don't. Trick 2, junk fees. The rent is one number, then come the extras. An amenity fee, a convenience fee, trash, parking, pest, a fee to pay your rent. Your real cost is way higher than the number on the ad. Trick 3, the software. A lot of big landlords now use rent-setting software. It looks at the whole neighborhood and quietly suggests the highest rent they can all charge. When everyone uses the same tool, nobody has to compete. The whole area just goes up together. Trick 4, luxury. Slap the word luxury on a plain box, add a gym nobody uses, and suddenly the same square footage costs $300 more. Every trick has one goal: take the maximum you'll tolerate without you walking away. And underneath all of it is one hard truth. Rent isn't priced by what the place is worth. It's priced by what you can be squeezed to pay. They don't ask what's fair. They ask what's the most this person will hand over before they leave. And for most of us, that number is scary high because we need somewhere to live. You can't just opt out of having a home. That's the landlord's real power, not the building. It's that you have no choice but to pay someone. The question is only ever who and how much. Understand that, and the whole thing stops feeling like fate and starts looking like a negotiation. So how do you pay less to the machine? A few real moves. 1, always negotiate the renewal. A good tenant is worth money to them. An empty unit costs them more than your raise would. Ask, push back. I'll stay if it holds flat. You'd be shocked how often that works. 2, do the math on the fees, not the rent. Add every fee before you sign. The cheapest rent is often the most expensive place. 3, know your market. Check what similar places actually charge. If yours is above it, that's your leverage. 4. When the numbers make sense, run rent versus buy. Renting isn't always wrong, but never assume buying is out of reach until you've actually done the math. You might not be able to fix the whole housing market, but you can absolutely stop overpaying inside it. The people counting on you to just pay it quietly forever. They're counting on you never running the numbers. So run them. If you want the shortcuts, I put a simple money-saving guide in the description. And subscribe. We pull back the curtain on one of these everyday money traps every few days. I'll see you in the next one.